And so I guess I wanted to bring this up, but why do you think wisdom is personified as feminine in most religions? Whether you're talking about Isis or Shakti or, you know, Inanna, it seems like wisdom is always feminine. Why do you think that is?
Jazz, do you have any thought? Oh, he's not here.
He's gone to go grab a drink.
Okay. I don't have a ton of ideas. I'm not really sure why it's thought of as feminine. Um, Philosophy is largely stereotyped as a masculine practice. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
and so it's very fascinating that anciently they attributed wisdom to women. And I only have one hypothesis, and so take with this as a grain of salt, but this might be relevant. Um, I have a large Mormon family. My sister, she's given birth to a lot of kids, and I've talked with her about like the birthing process. And it's painful, and it's almost it's
Makes you
like you're
happy you're a man.
yeah. Like you're going through the valley of death, like you're facing the gates of hell, like it's just unbearable, insane pain to like give birth to this transcendent life. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
A- And like I guess like the motherhood and like the lessons I've learned from her is that it's like there's a certain amount of wisdom in understanding that this sacrifice is going to be worth it, that the suffering is going to bring forth something good. And it's like it's kind of that heroic femininity to like embrace the suffering because you've got that transcendent hope for what's coming.
Oh, absolutely. In general, wisdom is the beginning of greater knowledge, if you will. And so in general, the feminine archetype, the great mother represents the beginning of all things. She is the matrix from which everything comes out of. And an interesting thing about Isis is she represents a throne, right? She is the seat. She is the seat upon which the sun sits for his throne, because she is the womb of the world. And so I think that's an interesting symbol, is connecting Isis with the throne.
Mm, yeah.
So yeah.
So to get on your point on why wisdom is usually associated with feminine, because it's more intuitive, it's more emotionally based, it's more the instinctual, um, more sensitive aspect of stuff, where the intellectual side of philosophy and the data and all that is more masculine in terms of the way they think. They break the world up into things, wherever um, women tend to focus and direct most of their attention towards people and animals, um, compared to men, generally speaking. And so I think there's something to the soul sensitivity. I mean, spirit is feminine itself, so it's the breath of life itself. She's like literally the light of consciousness itself. And so it's whenever you tap into that deeper knowledge, that deeper vein, versus trying to reach into your reservoirs of memories of things you've read in the past. It's that more experiential side of the spiritual experience versus, oh, I've gotten all my puzzle pieces to fit just right in my theology. It's the Samadhi experience. It's the enlightened nirvana experience. It's more pleasure. It's letting go. It's that sensation wherever masculinity is, let's push forward, shoulder to the wheel kind of thing, wherever um, the femininity is more receiving and the humbleness. And so I think that's where wisdom comes from, is through true humility. And so I think that's what women do to men. They tame men by humbling them, by giving them something to cherish and everything. And if they don't correct their actions, they're going to destroy the flower that they love so much, kind of thing. So